Madame, Monsieur, bonsoir. Nous nous trouvons aujourd'hui dans les tout nouveaux locaux du consulat américain à Casablanca. Nous sommes au cœur du quartier Casablanca Finance City et comme cette bâtisse flambant neuve, d'ailleurs fraîchement inaugurée ce soir, eh bien les relations entre le Maroc et les États-Unis ne cessent de se renouveler et ce de manière très constante depuis 250 ans, depuis 2 siècles et demi, mesdames, messieurs. Coopération militaire renforcée, échanges commerciaux en redéfinition, paix dans le monde, nouveau secteur stratégique en jeu, de la défense aux minerais critiques. Cette alliance change clairement d'échelle. Alors avec nous pour décrypter ce qui se joue et surtout ce qui se prépare, c'est un honneur pour nous de l'accueillir. Il s'agit du secrétaire d'État adjoint des États-Unis d'Amérique. Bonjour Christopher Landau, merci beaucoup d'accorder cette entrevue exclusive à Medi1TV. Merci.
C'est mon plaisir. Ravi d'être avec vous.
Merci beaucoup. So in one word, how would you define the major or the most significant outcome of your visit to Morocco?
Fantastic. I'm really having great meetings here with the leaders of Morocco, with the head of government this morning, with the foreign minister yesterday, and I'm as well getting to meet business leaders from Morocco to talk about commercial opportunities here. Tomorrow I'm going to see some of our cooperation on defense. And I've also got to see your beautiful country. It's my first visit to Morocco. I've wanted to come here for many years. And this time I'm going to be in Rabat, Casablanca, and Marrakesh. And there's still much more to see on a future visit. So I am very delighted to be with you.
Fantastic, to quote you, sir. So you mentioned defense. Recent development points to deeper cooperational alliance between the United States and the Kingdom of Morocco. And 2 weeks ago, very important Moroccan delegation held strategic talks at the Pentagon, and there's this new roadmap 2026-2036. Mr. Landau, what concrete next steps do you foresee for the Morocco-U.S. military alliance?
I think the sky is the limit for our cooperation. As you said in your introduction, the U.S. and Morocco have been friends for 250 years. This isn't just one administration or one particular king. This is a historic relationship between our two peoples, and we are delighted that President Trump and His Majesty King Mohammed VI are both building on the very solid foundation established by our predecessors. I think right now we are seeing military cooperation like we've never seen before. Morocco is, as you know, a major non-NATO ally of the United States. We are doing the African Lion exercises every year. Those are about to start now. Morocco is a major purchaser of U.S. defense systems. So I think that the future is very bright for the U.S. and Morocco to deepen our relationship, and for Morocco to be not only an island of stability in a turbulent region, but also an exporter of stability to the region. And we are very pleased to work with Morocco as it is taking on such a leading role, not only amongst its immediate neighbors, but really throughout much of the continent.
So you mentioned the region. How does the U.S. administration assess the evolving military dynamics in the Maghreb, especially when it comes to considerable Russian presence in the region and Russian armament flows?
Look, we are obviously concerned about any flows of weapons from actors whose motives are not clear or not clearly promoting stability. That is why our bedrock relationship with Morocco has been such a force favoring stability in the region, and so we look with concern at anything that could affect that stability. And we've seen now there's obviously very concerning events in Mali and in the Sahel just in the last few days, and we look forward to talking to our friends in Morocco. That's something that I spent some time discussing with the foreign minister yesterday, because I think our interests are very much aligned in terms of promoting stability, peace, and prosperity in the region.
Speaking of promoting peace and stability in the region, it happens that the Kingdom of Morocco has joined major initiatives launched by the Trump's administration, just to name the Board of Peace. There's also this initiative about critical minerals in Africa. So my question is about how does Morocco concretely fit into the broader U.S. regional security and economic architecture?
Well, we are very grateful to Morocco for its consistent friendship with the United States, which again I think benefits both the Kingdom of Morocco and the United States. You mentioned two very important initiatives of our administration. One is the Board of Peace, which right now is focused largely on the situation in Gaza, where there's a lot of rebuilding to be done in Gaza, and we are very happy to have such great partners as we have here in Morocco, and we're very happy that there is an international stabilization force that Morocco will be supporting. And it means a lot to us that Morocco was one of the first countries in the world to step up to the plate and say, yes, we are willing to actually do something on the ground. A lot of countries, they'll just talk and talk and talk. And Morocco, it's not just talk, it's action. And the same thing on the critical minerals. Morocco and the United States, all countries really, should have an interest in having a diversity of supply chains for critical minerals, so that you don't have one country in the world that can really monopolize and control those supply chains. And so I think it's beneficial for Morocco, it's beneficial for the United States, and we look forward to continuing to deepen our cooperation in that regard.
Deepen geographically also, since you announced that the American enterprises are now, they are welcome to invest in the southern provinces in Morocco. What are the opportunities that you foresee for these regions in particular?
I think, let me take a step back. The United States has made it very clear that we recognize Moroccan sovereignty over that region, and we believe that the Moroccan autonomy proposal is the basis for reaching a peaceful and just resolution of that conflict that's been going on for 50 years now. It's time to focus on economic development. I met with the Moroccan delegation 6 months ago in New York and pledged that we would work together with Morocco to create economic incentives for development in that area. And I am very excited. I was just talking a few minutes ago to an American company that's interested in building a data center in Dakhla, and I think that kind of investment, when you have people coming in and building infrastructure and bringing jobs to the region, that is what is ultimately, I think, going to help there be peace, because that's something that as conditions improve, then everybody will want to be in on the deal, and people will realize that the current status quo that has been in limbo for 50 years is really not in anyone's interest. So we are very much hoping that all the parties to the conflict will come together and reach a reasonable and fair solution, again, on the basis of Moroccan sovereignty and Morocco's autonomy plan, and hope that we, and particularly the American private sector, investment and economic growth can be an important part of that story.
Many Moroccans see that engagement, Mr. Landau particularly, under President Donald Trump as a real game changer, as a turning point for what is considered as the most important cause for all Moroccans, and they remain deeply appreciative and thankful for Washington's role in advancing the recent talks, especially in Madrid and Washington. Where do you see these talks going? What are the next steps?
Look, I think we are putting all of our diplomatic weight behind this. I think never in the last 50 years that this conflict has been going on has there been this much international attention on the conflict. The United Nations Security Council, has issued an endorsement of a process to try to resolve this. President Trump is personally very committed to ending this, so I don't think anybody has seen this kind of high-level engagement from Washington ever in this conflict. I myself just came from Algiers, where I spoke to the representatives of the Algerian government, and we had very frank discussions about this. And again, we are hopeful that this can work through an international framework that everybody feels like they can sign up to that. I think that is the best outcome, that everybody feels that they will win with a negotiated solution. And so we are doing our best to try to bring everyone together, because I think that's for the good of all the parties involved.
What are the next steps? Are there any specific next steps to the process?
We are continuing to talk to people behind the scenes, and diplomatic talking is sometimes better in private than in public, but I want to just assure the people of Morocco that we are very actively engaged from President Trump on down. And I am very proud to be part of it, and I'm proud to be here in Morocco today to be focusing on this issue and discussing the issue with the leaders of Morocco, but also with the people of Morocco. And again, you have been great friends to us. We have been great friends to you, and I think as friends, we can all look towards a future that is prosperous for everyone involved.
So looking ahead, let's look for the future, prosperity, and given your own trajectory, Mr. Christopher Landau, from arguing before the U.S. Supreme Court to shaping American global strategy today, when you look at Morocco as of 2026, what tells you this is an alliance that actually moves the needle, especially that we're celebrating 250 years of friendship between the Kingdom of Morocco and the United States?
Morocco is such a wonderful country. You have such a rich culture. You have such a educated population. You have political stability under His Majesty the King that can look ahead for decades in terms of planning. You have been a great friend to us, and I think a very positive force. And so, I think there are many reasons why we can look ahead to many decades of cooperation with Morocco. There's not that many countries that we can look ahead with such optimism, partly because we're able to look behind and say this optimism is not just coming out of thin air. It's based on 250 years of friendship and understanding, and that's worth a lot. And Morocco, as I'm sure you know, was the first country to recognize the independence of the United States. That means a lot to us. You mentioned this in your introduction, but I am very proud that Morocco is the place in the world where the United States of America has its oldest diplomatic mission in Tangier, and today it also has the United States' newest diplomatic mission here in Casablanca, where we're sitting in this new building. And so I think this building is a powerful symbol of the future of U.S.-Morocco cooperation, and I look forward to many years of work in this building to keep building that relationship.
Beautiful building, state of the art of architecture and technology. And you mentioned sky is the limit in the beginning of this interview. Sky is not the limit with the program of Artemis.
Space is the limit, you're right. I was very proud yesterday to witness the foreign minister, my friend Nasser Bourita, signing that agreement, and I look forward to enhanced cooperation between Morocco and the United States, not only here on Earth, not only here in the sky, but all the way out into space. So God bless the Kingdom of Morocco, and God bless the United States.
Amen. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Christopher Landau, for this exclusive interview.
Merci.
Merci à vous. Voilà, c'était donc cette entrevue exclusive pour Medi1TV avec le secrétaire d'État adjoint des États-Unis d'Amérique, M. Christopher Landau. Merci de nous avoir suivis. Très bonne suite des programmes.